Everyone says, if you cast a domain, you win. But why do domains look unbeatable, and how do you actually break one? A domain expansion is not just a big attack. It's a rule rewrite. The caster projects their technique as a closed space where two things happen. 1. The environment itself favors their ability. 2. A sure hit effect forces their technique to connect when conditions are met. The shape can be a sphere, a shrine, a courtroom. It's the caster's imagination plus refinement. People mix these up. The barrier is the shell that defines the space. The sure hit is the guarantee that the technique lands inside that space. Break the barrier, and you can end the domain. Neutralize the sure hit, and you can fight inside it, but you haven't destroyed it. Most domains use a barrier, a bubble that locks both fighters in, but there's a rare case: open domains. Sukona's Malevolent Shrine dismisses the barrier and applies the effect to reality itself. That's why it hits beyond the visible circle and shreds everything in range. Open domains trade containment for lethal coverage. They're harder to shut down with classic counters. The cleanest counter to a domain is another domain. When to clash, the more refined technique wins. Refinement is not raw power. It's precision, stability, and how strictly the rules are defined. Think of it as code quality. The better program overwrites the other. Domain amplification wraps you in neutral energy that cancels techniques it touches. Inside an enemy domain, amplification can keep you alive by suppressing their ability on contact. It does not delete the domain, but it shuts down the sure hit window when you're close enough. Simple domain is a small, personal field that rejects external sure hit effects. It's a panic room. Limited area, limited time, but it lets you dodge or strike without being auto-tagged. Other tools exist like shields or specific anti-domain stances, but they're timing sensitive and can fail against open domains. Domains are expensive. They drain cursed energy and tax the brain. Many sorcerers use binding vows, self-imposed limits to stabilize or power up their domain. Smaller area, stricter rules, or time limits. The payoff is massive, but the price is real. Overuse leads to burnout, or worse. Gojo floods the mind with infinite information, paralyzing you while he remains free. High refinement, airtight rules. If you can't answer with your own domain, you rely on perfect timing or outside interference. Open domain, no barrier. The sure hit becomes a wide area slashing field. Classic anti-domain options struggle because there's no shell to crack. You must out-refine, outrange, or force him to drop it. An incomplete domain turned into an advantage. Shadows fill the area, amplifying his Shikigami control. It shows how binding vows and creativity can make an imperfect domain win. A courtroom domain with explicit rules and penalties. You don't beat it by punching, you beat it by playing the rules better. That's refinement in action. For practical paths, out-refine it with your own domain. Use amplification or simple domain to survive the sure hit and punish the caster. Disrupt the conditions, distance, line of sight, time. Teamwork. Force the caster to defend and drop the domain early. Domains aren't just stronger, they're smarter. If you want a part 2, drop a comment with the one you want me to analyze first. Thanks for watching.